Hello everybody. I'm usually not a huge fan of these whiteboard questions that are asked in computer science interviews, but I was really interested with this Goldman Sachs question. I thought I'd make a YouTube video about how I went about solving it. So the question is, given the time, return the angle between the minute and hour hand on the clock. So for this video, I'm going to be using an online IDE called CoderPad. This is what they use during Goldman interviews, and it's also what they used at Tesla and a ton of other places. So I'm going to start by creating a function called calcAngle, and I'm going to assume that the input is a string. Now, assuming you can't import any third-party modules, there are a few different ways to separate these two numbers without using something like regex. So Python has split, which essentially splits a string into a list, but I'm just going to use partition, which does something very similar. Now, since they're both numbers, we can just convert it into an integer. Alright, so now that we have it in integer form, we can think of it mathematically. So if you think of a clock, it's obviously a circle, so it's 360 degrees. There are 60-minute ticks, so you can divide 360 by 60, and you get 6 degrees per minute tick. But the big hand, of course, moves whenever the little hand moves. For every full 360-degree rotation of the minute hand, the hour hand will move 1/12 of the full degrees that are in the clock, which is 360. So 360 divided by 12 is equal to 30. So for every 360 degrees that the minute hand moves, the hour hand will move 30 degrees. And since there's 60 ticks on the clock, that means every tick minute hand would move the hour hand 0.5 degrees. So we have all of our constants, we just need to convert that into code. So the first thing I'm going to do is convert 12 o'clock into what is essentially 0 o'clock. Angle measurement should start at 0 whenever you start at 12. So the starting point for the big hand angle is essentially going to be the number times that 30-degree starting point. And then we want to simulate what happens whenever the minute hand increases. So for every number in the little hand, we will increase the big hand angle by 0.5. And then, like we said before, the little hand is just 6 degrees times the number. And then to find the angle between the two, we just subtract the big hand by the little hand. And you can see that you can input any time, and it'll find the angle measurement between the little hand and the big hand on the clock. So yeah, that's it. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Please like, comment, and subscribe.